Okay, today's episode is gonna be somewhat different. We are not gonna stay in the guest house, but we're gonna go back in time. And I'd like to share and show you what took place and how we remodeled our previous house. So let's go. All the footage that we filmed was never intended to be used on YouTube, so please be courteous and be patient. Most of the work was completed over a period of 2 years. This property and this house needed major work done, so we knew what we are getting into. We spent roughly $56,000, and that's because we did 95% of our work. This could have been more expensive if we ended up hiring a contractors, but we decided to save money and gain experience. So let's go on the tour. Okay, let's start with the lawn. We had 4 trucks of dirt dropped off, and of course we had to grade to somewhat make this lawn flat and have a decent slope. Of course it took a lot of work and patience, but we were able to grow nice green grass as you see. We painted this house white, and to give it some contrast, we decided to go with the black shutters, and it turned out beautifully. Backyard was overgrown and needed lots of attention, but hey, with some effort and work, it turned out to be not too bad at all. Here was 2 big trees, and I really thought this would be a difficult job. But watch how we managed to go around this. I climbed these trees, attached a metal cable, and stretched it over 200 feet to the tree down the hill. Roman was in charge making sure our cable ratchet was working properly while I was cutting the tree. We cleared 41 big and small trees from 1 acre lot. It was a lot of work, and thanks to my wife, she helped with most of it. So in this area, we cleared about 12 trees and graded an overflow parking extra space. So as you see, this spot was a nightmare, especially when it rained. It would wash all the dirt right against the house, so I had to build a retaining wall and send water around the house. So let's go and check out the house. Before I show you how it is, let me show you what we did. We stripped out most of the house and actually started fresh. While still living in Washington and having this house in North Carolina, we tried to get ahead by hiring a painter, which didn't work out too well since he ruined and made more work for us. Painted our kitchen cabinets. That was a fail. We had to rip them out and start with a new set. This was a trial and error, definitely. The moldings on the wall, that was my wife's idea. They turned out pretty darn good. So let's take a look at a finished product. This house created so many memories from playing with our kids, hosting lots of parties, and remodeling at the same time. So everything you see from floors to walls to removing walls was completed and finished by me and my wife. It was trial and error, but hey, it turned out looking glamorous. My wife was an expert at decorating. She made this house feel like you are on vacation but same time at home. Very elegant and warm touch. The countertops on our island and over the cabinets, I ended up subbing it out since it is a heavy job and very precise job, so I left it to professionals. This walkthrough was much narrower and stairs were closed. We ended up by removing some walls and creating more open space. This was a common area where we played games and watched TV. Yes, you guessed it right, it is a chalk wall, and that was the only wall where my kids could draw legally. This bathroom was done last, but it turned out to look beautiful and elegant. Lots of work and patience. One of disappointing factors about Master Suite that we had a small closet, but we made it work for the time being. So the fireplace was never there. It was an easy add-on. I built out the wall, installed electric fireplace, and it made this big room much more cozier, especially at night. Okay, let's go downstairs. I'd like to show you one more spot before we go. This was a special place where we hosted parties and celebrated birthdays. Created lots of good memories and made good friends. But it wasn't easy. It took a lot of work and research. How to build a big, elegant / modern deck. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't subscribed yet. So next week, I'm gonna show you what we're doing inside the guest house. So stay tuned.